Okay, cool. Hello all, hello world. I'm really tired today. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. I managed to like fix my sleep schedule, but like the rest of me is like not adjusted to that, so I'm like really tired right now. It's all a mess. But yeah. This is day 148, I think. Let me check. Did I name the stream correctly? I did. Okay. Day 148 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Last time what did I do last time? I read up more about like coloring. I was like trying to figure out what to do. I think coloring is kind of the most logical next step for what we're working on. I made some progress on that. Let's go can. This time we're gonna continue doing coloring, I guess, because I don't really know what else to do. Oh yeah, also last time we like cleaned up the test runner a little bit. We like modularized it, so it's a little bit less boilerplatey. It's still pretty boilerplate, but it should be a little bit better at least. Yeah, so I guess we can get straight into this. What did we do? Yeah, we were messing around with like trying to figure out how to implement like this degree less than r rule. So I guess we could. Let's look at the Muchnick book again. Full blind. Okay, we're clear. Sorry about that. Let's go to Regalok. Let's go down to graph coloring. Interview in 2 days and can't fall asleep anymore. Rough. I'm sure you'll be fine as long as you just do your. As long as you do your normal prep, I think you will make it. Okay, where's this part that I'm looking for? We don't care about coalescing yet. Yeah, we want to do this at some point, but this is not an immediate priority, I think. Spill costs are also not an immediate priority, but it's something to think about. Pruning. Okay, this is the pile that we care about. Okay, so we're like making a stack. We know that much at least. There is an infinite loop here. I need to figure out what to do about this. I guess we could do like a fixed point thing again. So I guess bool changed equals true. Yeah, so while there are changes, I guess we can do stuff with that. So then we can do changed equals false. And set it to true here. Been going through burnout the past couple of days. Yeah, I feel ya. That's definitely the season here, I think. This might also just be like a general winter thing as well. So like it kind of is just life, I think. But yeah, you will. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Just like give yourself some time. That's the biggest thing. Okay, so we can do this. This is fine. So this is the part where we actually, I guess we do the thing. So edge's size is the degree of the node, I guess. And then, so if the degree is greater than or equal to the number of registers, so I guess n, we can't do it. So from this point forward, degree is less than n. And then we skip non-virtual registers. Then we add the register to the stack. We get rid of all edges to this register, and then we get rid of the register, I guess. Apprenticeship. Ooh, okay, you should be fine. Yeah, I completely trust that it will be all right. Okay, so now we do change to true. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so now at this point we should, the rest of this graph should be or the rest of this graph might not be colorable. But something seems wrong here. I feel like, yeah, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So what registers are left, I guess? Oh wait, no, this should be fine. This should be fine. This should be fine. Okay. Okay, so we can do this. We can do all that stuff. It also just occurred to me we need to fix the thing. So I'll just add that to the to-do. Per function, not total, I guess. That's the other thing I need to change. Because our liveness stuff is grouped by function, I think. So interference also would need to be per function, at least. Okay. So this is all fine. This is all fine and dandy. Finance, ooh. Yeah, that seems either terrifying or a lot of fun. Okay. So then, what do we print here? Or what do we do here, at least? Yeah, so we've done this, at least. Yeah, so then we've made the stack so far. So then if nodes not equals 0. Okay, so then we just like do that as well. So if interference size, or I guess we could do not empty just to be more clear. What was the process like configuring NeoVim? I followed like the Primeagen 0 to LSP at first, and then after a while I realized what I actually want in my NeoVim config, so I like messed around with it on my own. But from there, it's been kind of static from there. I don't think it hurts to at least try like Vim bindings in whatever IDE or text editor you use. Most of the mainstream ones should have some sort of a Vim emulation plugin, so that might be worth a shot. Might be a little bit of fun. Just nervous about having the blackout. You'll be fine. Like I feel like that's kind of the average intern experience. So like, don't worry about it too much. It's lazy Vim. No, it is my personal config. People that work in compilers are usually cracked and either have been doing it for a long time or are people getting their PhDs. Yeah, it's kind of scary. I feel underqualified, at least. That's kind of my life. Maybe I should use a different color scheme so people don't think I'm using lazy, actually. Let's use vague. There we go. Now I can pretend to be Sylvan Franklin, I guess. Yippee. Okay, what am I doing here? I guess what we could do is we could just spill the most immediate node, I guess. I guess we could just copy what this says for now, and then we can be lazy with it. We can build it out later. Okay. Find node with min spill cost divided by degree. And then want to push onto stack, I guess we can do that. Alternatively, we can just like sort and then just stick everything on the stack for now. We'll just do this actually. let's do that. For now, we just stick it all on the stack. Lol. Okay, and then I guess maybe we should just like get rid of the physical registers as well, huh? Is there a way to like do that without being awkward with it at least? What's happening here? Oh, we only look at webs, I guess. Have you learned LLVM? That's something I've like played around with some of LLVM at least. I have not done too much in it yet, but that's on the bucket list. Pings. Okay. Okay, what am I trying to do here? I guess we could get rid of the no, we can't. Because we do kind of need to keep the physical registers around, I think. Right? Yeah, this doesn't make a lot of sense, actually. I guess this just takes the webs, right? What is R versus S again? Let's read through the book again, I guess. Yep, still scrolling. Okay, wait. What's happening here? Maybe there's like something at the top of the section? Ah, so S is symbolic. And then this doesn't help me. I see. R is like physical. Okay, that makes sense. So R is like register, S is symbolic, or I guess I call it virtual. Okay. So I guess we can do a lot of scrolling. A lot of compilers use prime recursive assign. Yeah, that makes sense. I think like, I don't know. I don't really understand the whole parsing fascination. Like it feels quite solid, at least in my opinion. At least to my understanding. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. You look tired? Yeah, I am quite tired. I woke up at like, so last night I just like fell asleep at midnight, which is way earlier than usual. And a consequence of that is that I woke up at like 6. So yeah, today has just been like a very drawn out day. I think like, I got like a lot of stuff done in the morning, but unfortunately I'm already running out of steam. This is like usually where I'd be at like midnight or like 1 a.m. probably. So it's a little bit rough, but we're getting through it all in the best way that we can. Did you hop right into this book after crafting interpreters? Not quite. So I haven't actually done crafting interpreters, but I guess I'm just looking through this as like a big reference. I have taken a compilers class before, so that has given me a lot of context at least. So it's like a little bit less difficult for me to figure out what's happening, I think. Which dominance algorithm are you using? I don't remember. I think I was just using the fixed point one. I was too lazy to use any of the actual difficult ones. Yeah. Where am I looking? Where the hell I am? Okay, here I am. Interesting. Bottom of the stack is at the right. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So then these get colors as well. That makes sense. Knowing what type of parser to use and when to best fit design goals can be important. That makes sense, yeah. I don't know. I guess until I find a day where a parser generator is not enough to solve my problems, I think I will not care too much about parsing. I've been told that it has just not changed in the past like 20 or 30 years. So like, I don't know. It's just like, it's like kind of interesting to think about at least. I like to learn parsing by hand because it's part of LangDev. Fair enough, yeah. I don't know. I think it's just like either you use a template mess, or you just write like a big if tree, or you do like a lot of pattern matching, which like it is what it is. Okay. So I guess we could keep going here. We should probably what do we do here? I guess we could skip this actually, because we don't actually really care about whether it's virtual or not. Like physical registers, we very much can push on. We'll just push them at the end because, well, they'll interfere with each other, so they will always be n. I guess n greater than equals num regis, or degree at least greater than equals. You know what, let me put up this poll actually. I have an idea. So this is completely unrelated to the conversation in chat, but one of my friends has his Intro to Computer Systems lab due tonight. He also has a paper that he is writing, I believe. So I'm gonna put up a poll to see what he should work on. Or what y'all think he should work on, because my answer is very obvious, but he appears to not be agreeing with me here. Let me just make sure this is actually, I'm doing this correctly. We'll just copy that. That's too long. Okay, this does not fit in the option. That's really annoying. Intro to systems lab to tonight, or Phil/religion question mark paper. Maybe due tonight. Okay, well this is fine. There we go. Poll started. Y'all have fun with that one. Handwritten parsers tend to create much higher quality diagnostics. I mean, I think it's just kind of doomed regardless, because then you have to you have to vomit out the diagnostics, and like that's really annoying. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not really caring too much about like output, at least. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. New Vim theme? Nah, I just decided to switch it up. Can we play Amdahl's Law to your friends' assignments? I mean, I don't think so. I think they might just be messing around with bytes right now. Yeah, I don't know. Diagnostics is not particularly what I care about personally, but like I imagine like if you're trying to like make something, then like fair enough. That seems pretty reasonable. Can I like collapse this poll on my end? Okay, perfect. Okay. What do we do? What do you mean with color? Oh, I see. Color as in like graph coloring. That's the whole approach that I've been taking towards register allocation. So, yeah, that's what I mean by color. Language and culture. Okay. Yeah. Can I pin this? Pin. There we go. That is the context for the poll. Okay. So I guess here we can just like push back maybe. We can just yoink that. We could just push back, I think, right? So we can do colorable, push back. What are we pushing back again? We're pushing back reg. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think this is fine. There we go. What am I doing? Okay. Currently working on animation for the chest in the Maze Runner game. Yeah, CMake's rough, but it seems like this is just kind of the miserable dev experience for better or for worse. You will make it work. I'm sure of it. VM. Ooh. Yeah, that's. I feel like I should work on a VM at some point. I feel like I would learn a lot about it, or a lot about a lot of things actually. Why am I getting pinged everywhere? What is happening? Okay. Do you ever use NeoVim? I am in fact using NeoVim. What programming books can I read? I mean, depends on what you want to learn about. I can't really give an answer to a question that broad, at least, I feel like. Okay, what else do I do here? I think that's all I need for at least this part. So we just like have made a stack at least. Do we do anything with the stack at all? Spill. Okay, this is all of this. Oh, we push one. I see. Okay. So for now, we just stick. Let's change two words. Topmost node. Okay, so we could actually just do colorable push back. Interference, begin. And then we want first. This is such a hacky workaround, but it seems fine. Arrow. There we go. Okay, so we just stick the topmost node and then we call it a day. This also should go inside the loop, I believe, right? Yeah, so we want to do that and then changed equals true. Like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, like that. What do compiler rules really entail? Mostly just like working on bug fixes for like large open source compilers, I guess. That sort of stuff. Also maybe like doing proprietary work, maybe like rebuilding, like making improvements to like an existing compiler front end or back end, or like writing more optimizations that are like platform specific. Okay, so this also goes inside this thing. So we could just do this, I think. This is fine. Yeah, we do that, and then if this runs, then it changes true, so then we do it in here, I guess. Okay. Yeah, and then that starts the loop again, so we're good to go. Have you interviewed for any compiler positions? Mostly just for like internships at least, because that's kind of where I am career-wise. I did land in a compiler internship for this upcoming summer, but the interview process was like, it felt like not much different from just like what I would expect out of the company normally, except like maybe some more like compiler specific questions, I guess. There's also a lot of like just general like systems knowledge that also goes into it. That reminds me, I'm gonna need to like review a bunch of like networking basics again at some point. I think that might be important if I'm doing stuff at a trading firm. Okay. This stuff, we don't care about that. This is fine. Okay. So we have stack at the end of this, at least. What's got Adam? Adam? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Presumably it's just Adam. That's a neat spelling. Okay, so this is like the quote-unquote graph pruning, I guess, thing that happens here. Or wait. Is this? Yeah, okay, this should just be like pruning slash, I guess, just coloring. So what do we do from here? Oh, wait, no, I get this now. Wait. Okay, wait. So usually when you hear like pruning, like in terms of like pruning a graph, you think of like getting rid of unnecessary nodes or like getting rid of like unnecessary edges. In this instance, pruning means like pruning literally means like taking off a node and then like putting it somewhere else. So like think of it like I guess like snipping flowers from a bush instead of like throwing away excess lawn trimmings. Like platinum without the PL. Okay, yep, okay, that makes sense. I got it correct. That's huge. Okay, so this seems correct. What else do I need to do? So here now we need to worry about like assigning registers, I think. Okay, we can just leave that like that for now, I think. Okay, let's do that. Let's commit some stuff real quick. So we... What did we do? What did we just do? Finish and less than, or what's this called? Degree less than R. There we go. Neat. Okay. So now I guess we just do that stuff. What's good, Ben Lena? Neat. Okay. So I guess we just assign wedges. That's what we need to lift from this pseudocode. Pop nodes from the stack and assign each one a color, comma if possible. That's huge. Okay. This notation is really funky. I've never seen this before. Stack down arrow -1. Okay. So I guess we can just do while. I guess we should probably make the coloring structure. So we could do like register coloring. We call it coloring, I guess. Okay, that works. So we want colorable, or not empty at least. Downer, yeah. I imagine this is pop. I think that's what's supposed to be. Wait. Wait. Wait, so this one's probably... Wait. Okay, this pseudocode is just miserable, I guess, but... I think this is supposed to represent a pop, if I'm not mistaken. Min color. How do we, where does min color come from? That's modified code, that's not what we care about. Presumably it's just like, literally minimum color of some sort. Oh, surely it's explained here. Returns the minimum color number, whatever that means. Of those colors that are not assigned to nodes adjacent to R, returns 0 if all colors are in use. Yuck. Okay. Okay, and then real reges. Okay, that makes enough sense, I guess. Okay. Minimum color number of those colors that are not assigned. Yeah, we got word salad. So it reads like RIP statement subtracting 1. I see. I guess that makes enough sense. I don't know. Pseudocode's always really strange because I don't know. It never really makes a lot of sense, I feel like. Like there's not really like a standardized pseudocode format, which I think is like fair enough because like, well, it's pseudocode, but still, it's a little bit interesting to read always. Shout out the function called modify code. Okay, so min color. So out of the colors not assigned to neighbor nodes, we return the smallest one. Okay. But that means we need to keep interference. We have to make copy. Okay, great. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. I guess we need to be stateful, so we can do that. We can just pass it not by reference. We can just pass a copy and we're fine. Actually, let's do that. Let's do interference remaining. We can do that real quick. Let's assign that real quick. So this should be interference. So we just make a copy there. Yeah, so that should be fine to copy at least. I'm fairly sure that makes a copy. And then here we can use remaining. Yeah, and then here we want remaining. Here we want remaining. This color scheme is quite nice. I might actually start using this now. I could also make a helper, which is just like, which is specifically doing, what's it called? Just this part of the algorithm. Are you going for your bachelor's or master's? Both at once. So right now I'm in the combined BSMS program. This quarter I should finish up my bachelor's, assuming I didn't like mess up anything else scheduling wise. And then I'm also simultaneously working on a master's right now, both with coursework and with a thesis. Maybe at some point, once I get to a point that's closer to graduation, I might do like a little thesis presentation, but until then, I think I will keep it mostly under wraps. Maybe I'll do like some work on stream here and there. Let me know if that's something that you're like interested in, even remotely. If not, then like no worries. I do need to like keep some of it under wraps anyway. So, but if it's like running benchmarks, I might as well do that live. Like all the data analysis, I think I will keep off stream just to keep it a little bit interesting for now, at least. Okay, so we make this coloring. And then, wait, the way I'm structuring this, I just run it across the entire program. Why don't I just literally run it per function, actually? That might like save a little bit of complexity everywhere else as well. Is your master's going something related to PL, or is it self-focused? It's like looking at compilers for different languages, I guess. Without saying too much about it, it's like roughly about, I guess, analyzing the type of IR that the Rust compiler and like Clang generate, and then like using that to figure out like just like see what we can learn about the languages property wise. We need to find each node pop from the stack. I believe yes here at least. So we're just like coloring them in that way, I guess. I think we also need, yeah, we definitely need to keep interference around because those are all the edges, and then we can just like check if they exist in coloring, I believe. Yeah, because this is a map. Maybe we should make register coloring just like, ooh, this looks pretty. Okay. Let's actually just make this register instead, just to make things less awful. What's good, Mr. Pro? It's been a second. Do you watch any short form videos? I should spend less time on them, to be honest. There's some days that I like just waste a lot of time on short form content. It's something that I like thought about recently. I want to do something about it, but I mean, I don't really know how much I can do about it. So we'll see how much my brain rots over time. All this looks fine still. Speaking language, agnostic language. That sounds. I don't know. That feels like it'd be annoying to write the code, and then like reading the code would be annoying, and then like if you don't spend a lot of time online, reading the code is even more annoying. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't really see the appeal, at least. Yeah, I guess like SLings definitely do that. The keyword there is obfuscated. It feels like we're taking more steps there rather. Yeah, we're taking steps backwards more than forwards, I think. Okay, now we have a hell of a time. I guess we could make this later down here. We can return coloring, I guess. Yeah, we can do this. We'll start with that. So this is, I guess, just assign colors, and then we could assign. We could skip this step. I think we could just assign registers. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Is information systems a good major? Up to you. I think nowadays if you want to get into tech, it's less about what major you are and just like more about like what you do with your time. Both in education and in terms of like also just like outside of classes at least. And obviously your major does not really affect what you do outside of class for the most part. Okay. How do I even want to do this? I guess we could do like oh, we need to figure out pre-coloring as well, I think. We should throw this up here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll worry about that later on. I don't really care yet. Normal human being whose dopamine system is not organized. Yeah, it's rough. Streaming sometimes feels more like an obligation than like a fun thing, but usually it's like pretty fun for me. In that sense, it's like kind of easier. As long as it's not like, as long as I'm like enjoying it to some degree, I think I will be able to stream for as long as I wish, in terms of like consecutive days. But there are some days where it's like really rough. Like today, I'm like quite tired. I spent the last 2 hours just like being a bum and like sitting around because it's like freezing outside. It's so cold. Okay, so what do we do here? What do we do here? We should make like a colors list, I think. Actually, yeah, that might make sense. Let's make std vector vector of LAR register star. We could call this like colors, I guess. And then, so while we have things, we should probably, I don't know, what is the best way to do min color here? I just got this one recommended. Coding compiler is crazy. Not really. It's something anyone can do, just with like, if you know where to look, to be honest. Yeah, I am by no means cracked. So like I wouldn't really like be prescriptive of anything, but yeah. I feel like this is something that anyone can do. Okay. So I guess let's like look at what we need to do here. So we want to pop node. We want to assign min color. I guess assign minimum. I guess min color. Not adjacent, I guess. I'm not really sure how to do that, but we can figure out a way to do that. And then if we can't do that, then we return false. Or maybe we should finish coloring as well beyond that. We could give it 0. Or I guess, yeah, we could give it null pointer. Okay, I guess we could, let's rename this pruned reges, just to be clear. Actually, let's group it like that. I like this a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, so this is all like pruning. I guess I should probably comment this, because this is kind of like 3 functions in one. Yeah, we can call this pruning. Or more specifically, graph prune. I guess we could just call it pruning and life is good. Would you say the backend has been harder than the middle end stuff? Yes. There's just so many more moving parts, I feel like. The middle end is like... The middle end, you don't really need to like change things out a lot, I think. It's like source to source in a way. Whereas the backend, like, you kind of have to like think about a lot of different things. Bit set of neighboring colors. Yeah, I guess that could work. Yeah. Yeah, this is like one of the parts where the pseudocode like really irritates me, because there's just not an easy way to do it. Like, it makes it seem very trivial when it is in fact a little less trivial than they make it sound. Count R0. Instead, count R0. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Ah, that's that's crazy to think about, actually. Like people, if they want to be consistent like that, keep pushing. Thank you. What am I doing here? I don't know, I'll figure that out in a second. I'm gonna finish, like, yes, coloring. I guess here we want, color, strained. Yeah, we can leave this comment here. I guess here we could just do like assigning registers. And we can just like leave it like that maybe. for now. Maybe we throw this up here like that, formatting wise. We can do true for now. And color. Okay. Wait, sorry. I just saw Vim in a group chat. I have to respond to this. Okay. Anyways, had to troll the had to troll the second years for a second. Okay. So this I will worry about later. I do not want to think about this yet. This will be annoying. I will figure out what to do with that. Here, yeah, how do we color things? I guess we could at least pop real quick. I guess reg equals, we want pruned reges back, and pruned reges pop back. We can do this real quick. Yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. The bed set might not actually be the worst idea, actually. I kind of like it the more I think about it. But it's like kind of awkward to do the initial definition, I guess. Now, how would I do this? How would I actually do this? I guess we could just give it like... I guess how would we do this in a way that like pre-coloring wouldn't mess it up? How would you do pre-coloring? Okay. Everything is going south. I guess pre-coloring we have like a visitor. I guess walk program with visitor, and then we get all constrained reges. And then what do we do with this now? This does not seem right. I feel like I messed up somewhere. Yeah, what do we do here? Maybe I should just like do this as interference instead, huh? That might be smarter. Let me look at my interference implementation again. Maybe I should do it here actually. That's really annoying. Assigning 0 is a mistake. Yeah. I think this says assign 0 because it's 1 indexed, which is annoying. So we're actually gonna some sort of invalid. We can do that, I guess. Um, Actually, yeah, this works out a little bit better. We could just like keep giving it colors. And then yeah, we could just keep coloring it. And then if we can't color, then, or I guess like if the number of colors required is more than registers, then we false, and then we figure it out from there, I guess. NaN, yeah, NaN is always a homie. Yeah, what do we do from here? I guess. Yeah, maybe we should do this in interference, actually. Where's the part where we handle the thing? This is very annoying. Okay, I guess we don't look for a constrained register. I feel like I should just handle this in interference proper, right? Is there a reason to not? I feel like the pre-coloring thing makes less sense than just like adding a bajillion edges. I guess for now we can just do it like this. When it inevitably becomes a problem, I will just like move it all out. Add. What's gonna be, please? Yeah. Ask away. So we interviewed PlayStation coming up on a team that deals with compilers and linkers. Any idea what to expect in technical? I can't lie. I don't actually know. Your guess might be as good as mine, unfortunately. What am I doing here? Maybe we just make a... I guess this should just be in like, just in the visitor result, right? And then we can like, so we do like, or key, we can just like, we can just do that, I guess. Yeah, we can keep that, and then if you handled pre-coloring and interference, what would that solution look like? Yeah, literally just an edge to everything that it's not supposed to be. And then that will like make its own mess, but like it's fine. I think that is like the standard way to think about it, at least. I feel like that might be like a little aggressive, but I don't really know what else would happen here, so it's like kind of odd. I guess we'll do this. We'll give this a try. What do we do with this? What do we do with this like pre-color? I guess. Do we just insert both into like colors, I guess? I guess that's probably the way to do it. So we can color physical and virtual reg the same color. Let's get rid of that. I don't really like that. Yeah, we'll just do that for now, I think. Not that this changes anything, actually, to be honest. That's the really funny thing. Maybe coloring should just be like, ugh. Maybe we could do something better, but I think this is the least awful we can do. Yeah, we'll have very register pointer shaped colors, I guess. We'll just do that, I think. We'll do that. Okay, we might have to keep track in some other way as well. I don't really know what to do with it though. This also means we should probably have like a skip case here. Oh, this needs to be... There we go. So we skip it if we pre-colored it. And then what the hell do we do with this? I guess we could check all the neighbors in interference. And then... This gets really confusing really quickly. We could do like, we could keep track of like available colors. We could iterate through that. And then the first one that is not in the neighbor's set, I guess, is the quote-unquote min color. That actually doesn't sound bad, to be honest. I might do that. And then if it's a physical register, we add the color, I guess. Or we could just handle the physical registers differently. Although I don't really think we would need to. And then this also lets our default, I guess like our uncolorable color just be null pointer. Which I guess kind of works out, almost, sort of, not really. I don't know. I don't know, this seems like a sensible enough solution, so I'm gonna try this for now. I'm like 90% confident that I will go on to regret this choice. But I will figure out, I guess, I will figure out why this is a bad choice by doing this the wrong way. Greedy search, I think just like going off of the stack order is, I guess. I'm not sure if it's like greedy, but I think I might have read that it's greedy. I could be tripping. Or at least like it's sufficiently It's not abhorrent at worst. Or at least it's like pretty well established sequencing wise. Okay. So let's make like stood vector of register star. This will be available colors, I guess. We'll call it that. I should probably add this up here as well if we're throwing this in pre-color as well. Yeah, we can do that. I like that. Okay, so now we can figure out min color. So oh wait, no, because we do need to handle physical differently here, I think. Yeah, what is the case here? If it's a physical register and it doesn't exist yet, it shouldn't find anything in available colors. So then, what does it do from that? So, oh, I just kicked a cable. 1 second. Okay, so I'll just think out loud while I'm fixing my setup. What the hell is happening here? Okay, so if it's a physical register and it doesn't, yeah, physical register and it is not in available colors, then I think we just check if it's a physical register. If it is, then we just add it on and color it manually, just to avoid like doing a billion dynamic casts. And then if it isn't a physical register, then like we give it null pointer, I guess. I guess we would dynamic cast to the child class, which would be virtual register. Okay, let's maybe I designed these classes in a poor way when I've said that one out loud. Okay, let's do this. So let's reach color. This is very cursed in available colors. Oh, this gets really complicated actually. So we'd want interference. I don't know. This does not tickle my fancy. So we need to get the color of everything. So this is gonna be like a really ugly loop. Maybe we just get all the neighbors and then actually, yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, let's start with this at least. So let's get all the colors of neighbors. So for each neighbor in interference, oh Jesus. So at, I guess we could just bracket operator. I'm lazy. So interference at reg, I think. Or maybe we could do like, I don't know, maybe there's like some gross range thing we could do. Or like a map thing. So I guess we could do like, I guess we should just make a set. So this should be register star neighbor colors. This sounds worse than it is, I promise. So let's insert so we want coloring, I think. What's the, is there like a with default value thing that exists? Only if it has an assigned color, yeah. I guess we would just have to do like a find. Read with default. Oh, if I don't want to use the bracket operator. Value or. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's really awful. Oh, wait. No, it's the same thing. Okay. That's really annoying. Is it fine to use the bracket operator here? Because I'm kind of lazy. The default value is just a null pointer, right? And I guess that kind of works out. No, because we're doing a contains check. That's so annoying. Why don't you AI all instead of all of this? Cause part of the learning is doing the thinking myself. Yeah, if I just threw all this in an LLM, I do not think I would learn a lot. I guess we could just do. The default value should be null pointer, right? This is like probably not the worst idea. Yeah, we'll just do this. This is kind of just doomed anyway. So we could just insert it, I think. I don't think this is like the worst idea, to be honest. At neighbor, like that. There we go. Compiler for your own machine language or VM, or does it target a specific platform? Right now I'm trying to make it output x86 64. Not equals null pointer. Oh, but yeah. Right? Wait. We want to skip if we've colored already. So yeah, so not equals null pointer. Yeah. Check neighbors first before inserting. What do you mean? Do you make money from this? I technically do, but it's like every day I get like fractions of a cent. Yeah, we just like insert it regardless. If it's like a null pointer, then like I don't think we particularly care about that because we're not going to compare the null pointer. So we'll just be sloppy with that. And it'll be really ugly, but it's fine. we will just deal with it. Like God, as a PL person would say, we have infinite memory, so we do not care. Well, what could go wrong? I probably should do like a check, but we'll just do it. We will just deal with it. Are we gonna do it? This is like bordering on like behavior I'm not looking for. Okay, we're actually not gonna do it like this. We're just gonna, yeah, we'll do it the less awful way. The more I thought about it, the more it was like, yeah, we probably shouldn't be doing this with null pointers. Okay. Okay. So what do we want here again? We want. So if the neighbor is colored and what do we do here? So what are we checking for? So if coloring contains neighbor and I think that's what we need, right? I think that's kind of it. Yeah, so this, we'll just assemble this set, and then we can use that to figure out what the first unused physical is, I guess. This is so clunky. Okay. Let's do this. So let's do auto. Bit setting counter at 0. Yeah. I mean, I was like thinking about that. I don't think I said this out loud, but it would be like, I feel like then I'd need to like break my brain thinking about turning the numbers into registers. But also I haven't thought about it enough. And I also might be like dying. So like, I don't know. Okay, so we have neighbor color, so this should be so coloring at I guess coloring iter, maybe we could do that actually. Or find actually. We want find neighbor. Is this the correct way to call this? Yeah, dot end comparison is what I was thinking about doing with the iter. This is verbose. So if it's end, then continue. So it exists, so then we just want neighbor colors, insert iter second, I think is the right one we care about here. What type is this? Oh lord. Let's just true that for a second. Yeah, okay, the second is the color, so that's what we care about. I might just like re-nest this, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so we can do that. So that gives us all of the colors of the neighbors. So then, so now what we can do, we have available colors. So for each color in available colors, so if color is, or if neighbor, oh yeah. So this has color, then, oh, this is where the braces come in. I don't think we need braces there. This looks so ugly. We're keeping them there. Okay. I guess we could denest this. So if it doesn't have the color, then we keep looking. Otherwise, we have the color. So then assign the color. So we want coloring at oh wait, no, other way around. We skip if it has it. Yeah. that would have been fun to debug. Okay, so coloring at reg equals color. Okay. I think that's good. And then, oh lord, okay. Actually, this is obvious. Are those items? Yes. Which ones are these again? These are, I forgot what company it was, but it was the Critical collab, the 02s. Break? Oh, wait, yeah, good comms. Break. Yeah. Yeah, and then down here we need to figure out what to do. Which makes the break a little bit annoying, actually. This is not convenient. Because we only break out of that for a loop. I don't want to use a go-to. 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 We could just use a flag, but that seems gross. We could just we could do this check here again. Yeah. We'll just do that. This is so this is so scuffed. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so this is pop. I guess I should probably group this better. This is awful. Maybe I could make like a get neighbor colors thing just to like make this less ugly. Let's maybe do that. So let's just like throw this up here for a second. So we'll figure out what we need to give this in a second. Let's do that. So we do actually, in fact, need to keep this in here. Whoops. So interference. We'll just be gross with this. Yeah, whatever. So yoink, zoop. Register, star reg. This is stupid. I should just make a lambda. Yeah, let's just make a damn lambda. Wait, no, let's not make it. Let's just leave it here. Why do I do this? Why do I prematurely optimize? Okay, all good, all good. Okay, all of that debauchery aside. Although I could make a lot. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Okay. I guess we should handle this case now. Otherwise, we should probably make the thing. Yeah, let's make can color. Oh, wait, no, we thought about this already. We don't need that. We can do. It is so windy outside. Okay, let's do. We need neighbor colors somewhere outside, I think. Right? Wait. No, not neighbor colors. Available colors. Yeah. So we want available color size. So that is. So if that's less than or equal to num reges, that's good. Make a function that returns first available registers and null otherwise. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, yeah. I guess that makes sense. I don't know, this is just kind of doomed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna we're gonna get rid of that space, and then we can signify that these are one. Bro uses West term. Yeah, we love West term out here. We love Lua. Okay, so at this point, I guess either physical reg or add two colors or virtual reg, which we what do we do with that? Oh, 0 null. Wait, no, this doesn't work anymore. Because we can't just stick more colors on. Grr. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Or we could just stick the register on at the end as a color. That would simplify this logic. And then like we can check that later actually. That would make things a little easier, I think. Because then we can just like directly spill, I think, instead of like figuring out what is where. But then that also like might blow up a lot of memory, so I don't know. I guess that doesn't really tell us a lot, because then we'd have to like crawl the thing anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that really gives us anything. I think we should just null it. But that means we need to change this, actually. Which is, like, fine. Yeah, let's do can color. Yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. Let's just bool can color equals true. We'll just dynamic cast. I've been saying that I should implement fast dynamic cast, but I've just been like very lazy. And by lazy I mean I've not gotten around to it. So that might actually be a fun break stream. Just like figuring out how LLVM does its fast dyne cast thing. And just like reproducing that. I think that would be useful. Because we use a lot of dynamic cast, which is unfortunate. But what can you do, you know? So virtual register star. Let's give it reg, I think. Yeah. So if that exists, then this is a virtual register. We should add to the colors. Or wait, no, we should add null. Wait. Do I want to add the physical registers to the coloring? I feel like my gut is yes, because then we can just do like a very easy like find replace when the time comes. Or it'll at least like make the code a little bit cleaner when we do the actual like commit. But also it feels like a little bit silly to add. I feel like I should add it. We could actually just one line this, I think. So we want, so we can do that. So that means this is a virtual register, so this is null putter. Else we want, let's make our code completely unreadable, guys. This is peak. Oh wait, no, we can't do that. I think we should, okay, we'll just, I know this is redundant, but I think this will at least help make it explicit. I guess we could invert this skip clause, I think. And I think that will make things less messy. I'm usually like not a fan of nesting, but I think here it makes sense at least just to make it readable. Let's actually. So if that, then it's null pointer. Otherwise, it's reg. We'll invert this actually. Dynacast does some check and then reinterpret cast. Wait, what? Okay, I was not ready for that. I knew it like, I think it does. It has like an internal like enum thing that it checks. I did not know it was a reinterpret cast though. That is crazy. Wow. That's very terrifying. Okay, what is the cleanest way to do this? We'll do this and then continue, I guess. And then we want coloring at reg equals reg. And then I guess we only have 16 physical registers, so surely this is no issue. And then we want available colors to also have it. I think that should be good then. Right? That should be good. But down here we should also can color equals false. That's also what I was missing. Okay. Neat. So let's see if this segfaults. I think it will segfault, but let's just build. Let's see if it even builds. That is a prerequisite to segfaulting. Okay, so it runs. That's nice. I think it runs. No, the test runner doesn't call it. Let's run it on test. Let's make this big. Let's give it. Okay, it runs at least. Let's go max. Let's see if we even call this. I'm fairly sure we do. Yeah, it's under allocate registers, right? It's just under regalloc. Okay, yeah. So we do call tricolor. Maybe let's just do this like the very caveman way here. Let's add IO stream. Let's go, James. How much have you improved since day one? I feel like I've learned a lot, to be honest. Both about C++ and just about like general compiler architecture slash the various different passes that they run. See out, color, 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 gold, gold, gold. Yeah, we'll be caveman. Parent service child star, you just check the tag. Yeah, there's a lot of strange stuff that happens. Okay, we do color. I'm scared to print out this stuff though. Okay, let's. Yeah, we'll just be gross with printing. What type is this? So register, okay. So we want reg color in coloring. Oh, what the hell? So then stood cout reg to string. No, I'll just do that. That also needs to be arrow. Okay, not even close. We'll just do that for now. Yeah, okay. And if this does what even remotely what we want it to. It looks like it does what we want it to, actually. Wait, this makes me so happy. Wait. Holy shit. Wait. Wait, we're so up. What is temp for? When did I make this? I don't know. I don't even care anymore. This actually kind of works, I think. Even if it's like very trivial. Is there anything that is like glaringly off? Not that I can really read it with this output, but yeah, this looks fine, I think. We haven't like updated any of this yet, obviously, so we can't really fully evaluate it, but this is a very good start. This makes me very happy. Let's just comment that out. This is stupid. Let's just nuke it. We don't need it. Let's go to IOStream. No more caveman. That's also like a very basic test. So I do want to split it across functions still. Split it per function still. So I'll probably save that for a later stream. By probably I mean I will. So what do we do here? We finished coloring, I think, mostly. Basic coloring functionality, not algorithm. Finish basic coloring algorithm. Okay. Format, damn it, okay. What changed? Oh, okay. We're good? Yeah, we're good. Shoop. Okay. Okay, that's very good work for today in my opinion. I'm pretty happy about this. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and sub to the channel. What's good, Mr. Dream? I am unfortunately wrapping up now. But yeah, hello. Yeah, so like the stream if you haven't, sub to the channel if you haven't, check out the description if you haven't, join the Discord if you haven't, add me on LinkedIn if you haven't, add me on GitHub if you haven't, and I guess only give me money on GitHub sponsors if you want to. There's no obligation there. There's no obligation for any of this, but if you enjoy my content, yeah, feel free to do all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna go wind down. It seems like I fixed my sleep schedule, but that unfortunately means I am getting tired at a earlier time in the evening. So yeah, that will kind of be life. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.